ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kingdoms and Castles. So essentially think like SimCity or City Skylines, but instead, it's kingdoms and castles and shit. So essentially this game, you send workers out, they chop down trees, they build up your walls. Every now and then you get raided by Vikings and by dragons. So I decided, instead of playing the base game, let's do something that not everyone's going to really see. So I loaded this thing up with a shit ton of mods, and we're going to see if they're going to break the game or make it better. Let's go ahead, get right into it. Alrighty, so ladies and gentlemen, we need to establish where our castle will go. Where do I drop you? Let's just drop it right. Because the green is where we can start planting crops, and I don't want to drop it where we could be spending time on crops. So let's just drop it right there. So I don't know if we could see our banner. Yes, we are Toddville. That's the name of our kingdom. Because if I could find our friggin' banner. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna be able to show our banner until I start deploying troops. So, but yeah, basically just Todd Howard. We just got Todd Howard's face. Oh, there it is. Yes, we're the kingdom of Todd. Yes, and in this kingdom, things just simply work. If we're invaded by dragons, our people will survive because it just works. Also, I had to add a mod menu simply because there was another mod I used. If food supply runs out, my people will eat dead bodies. And I needed a mod menu so that way that would work. So I'm not going to touch the mod menu because I don't want to cheat. But still thought it'd be funny and fucked up at the same time to have them eat their fellow comrades. You know, just because survival of the fittest. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... What do you need there? You should get... Oh yeah, we're going to need a hobble. Maybe I'll do... Should I mix it up? I think if I maybe should mix it up, but yeah, fuck it. We're going to just... I do need more roads. So if we go, it's going to be right about there. I'm so glad that they added mods. For the longest time, it was just a vanilla game. And now that they actually have the ability to, you know, mod the game, you can fuck around with it a little bit, which I'm happy about. So, I've always appreciated playing with mods in video games, or being able to play with mods. Just because it adds that, that difference to it. You know what I mean? Why are you unhappy? Why are you miserable? Why? Average happy... why? Again, that doesn't tell me why. The plague is an issue? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Remember, this is Toddville, so it just fucking works. Don't worry about it, we'll survive. We'll just remaster Skyrim another 7 times. It'll work. But first they need to all start fucking. We need more people. I do not have the actually, I could build more farms. I should probably also build a granary. That would be smart. Just to store stuff. We are at max speed, oddly enough. Oh, we have no wood to store, so they're wasting... Okay. I mean, we do need food, so that's always important. Oh, wait, there is a jobs tab. I forgot about that. That is this. You know what? You guys need to work on timber. We need wood. You're all probably going to die, so our kingdom's going to fall apart, but we'll find a way to just make it work. It'll work. I'm telling you. Alright, so I managed to start getting this built up a little bit. I guess for fucks and giggles, we'll just talk for a little bit while I wait for this. So, I believe I talked to you guys recently about a YouTube issue. That YouTube was effectively picking and choosing who they liked and disliked based on, I guess, subscriber count. So more came out about this case. Essentially what had happened was... Critical, or Penguins, I keep forgetting his username. He always, everyone calls him by 3 different names, so it's kind of confusing. He specifically released a video about him commenting on another video. It was this video made in Russia, and essentially it was a road rage video, but it was a joke. And it was these guys. Guy pulls up behind a van. He gets out of his car to go fight the guy that was driving the van, but sure enough, 4 or 5 costume characters pop out, and they beat the crap out of him. But the thing is, if you're watching carefully, they're actually not hitting the guy. It's a joke. It's, you know, it's like you go to fight somebody, all of a sudden these costume guys pop out. It's like, how do you react to that? You know, it's a joke. Well, YouTube didn't seem to find it funny, so they took down his video and left Mark's up. Now, Markiplier released that same video 4 years prior, and has been up for the past 4 years. Penguins made mention of this. So, at first, he managed to get in contact with YouTube, and they were like, oh yeah, that's fine, the video shouldn't have gotten taken down in the first place, we'll correct it. So they got in touch with one department. That department had to get in touch with another department. That guy had to get in touch with somebody else. And at one point they get back to him like, yeah, we can't get in touch with the department that's in control of, you know, moderating YouTube. It's basically to give you an idea of the situation. Basically imagine that you're in an office building, and your job screwed up your pay, so you gotta get in touch with your boss. But your boss says, oh no, you gotta go down the first floor and talk to the lobby. But then the lobby's like, no, you gotta go up to the 3rd floor, talk to management. But then management's like, no, we gotta go find finances. Where's finances? Huh. They're out in Siberia. That's basically YouTube in a nutshell. That's like this one department, this crucial department that hands out strikes is God knows fucking where. They have no contact to these guys. They might as well be on the goddamn moon. And, you know, Penguins, he made mention, or Critical Charlie, whatever his name is. I hear 3 different names of this guy. I'm sorry. I get confused. He made a post on Twitter at YouTube saying, like, you know, hey, Markiplier posted the same video 4 years ago, yet you strike me. What gives? And Mark even came out and sided with him saying, fair is fair. Where's my strike? And sure enough, YouTube striked Mark and took down both videos, but they eventually removed Critical Strike, and they kept Mark's up for a little bit, but then they brought that down and corrected his videos. And in their own tweet, they said something along the lines of, this is not the hill they want to die on, they've recovered the videos, and that they've removed all strikes. And people are like, yeah, it's a victory. No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not a victory. Yes, this is the one time smaller content creators, well, somewhat smaller, Critical has like 5 million subs, while Mark is 25, but a smaller content creator got through simply for the fact that a larger content creator helped him. Someone like me who only has 100 subs, if I get a strike right now, I'm fucked. No one's coming to help me. And unfortunately, this just proves that even if I post a video that's within their terms of service, if for some reason their system brings me down, I have no one to help. I have no one to go to and go, hey, why did this happen? And on top of that, even if I have it resubmitted and I go, hey, can you guys double check this? They're just gonna go, no, we were right about the first time. Fuck you. Take off my video. And I'm screwed. Now, the first strike is more of a slap on the wrist, nothing big. Second time, I think they screw with your monetization. Third time, you're off the platform. Period. You're gone. And like I said, this is not a victory for us. This just proves that YouTube is... Well, I mean, nothing is perfect, but YouTube is broken. This is a system that needs work. YouTube is far from where it should be, and unfortunately, content creators are going to suffer for it. We, the content creators, smaller content creators who are just trying to start off, are going to suffer, if not already, because YouTube fails to set up a fair competitive environment where we have a fighting chance. If we mess up, there's no, okay, hold on, let's see what you did wrong. Never mind, you guys, we see where the mistake was. You're corrected. You're good. You screw up, there's no coming back. You're fucked. That's it. And it's very scary. On top of that, you know, the only way for someone to make money off this platform, to make a living, is through either being super politically correct and never swearing once, and being as nice and gentle as possible, and never portraying any sort of violence, whether it be video games or not. It's either that to get advertisers, which honestly YouTube ad rev doesn't pay much, or pray to God your content is okay enough for sponsors. Which, I mean, honestly, sponsors seem very laid back, so that might be a valid way of going versus going through ad rev. So that's why I honestly don't plan on using ad rev on my videos. Like, I don't, just because it's not gonna work. I know me. I know how I am, how my head works. If I even tried that, they would take me down in a heartbeat. So I'm not even gonna try. But yeah, YouTube has a lot of work that it needs to do. Their higher ups need to start paying attention. Because unfortunately, like I said previously, there are videos that don't belong on the platform. There are videos of children or kids, I don't even know how old these bastards are, outright beating cats. You know, just taking a cat and slamming its head against the wall. And this is apparently acceptable behavior. This is acceptable content to be monetized on YouTube. But God forbid we post a spoof video of a bunch of guys dressed as SpongeBob and Mickey Mouse beating the crap out of some asshole on the highway. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very double standard. It's like YouTube doesn't even know what it's doing. I mean, look how long it took them to take down ElsaGate, for God's sakes. You know, it's like, and the one credit I have to give them is the fact that YouTube has said that, I believe, what is it? They have I believe every minute there is about 30,000 hours worth of content being uploaded. So yeah, I completely understand that they have a hard time monitoring videos. But my argument is this: why did Critical's video get taken down so fast? But then again, you have animal abusers who are posting videos that are keeping them running like it's nothing. Like, why are they not getting taken down as fast as Critical? Like, is it because he's a bigger content creator? Oh wait, what happened? Oh, okay, I thought... Okay, for a second there I thought we were getting, like, raided or something. Alright, no, we're good. But, yeah, why did his video get taken down so fast while these animal abusers are staying up? Is it because maybe they're not monetizing? Is it because YouTube just doesn't give a shit about that part of the platform? What is it? And like I said, unfortunately, YouTube is very indirect about this. I'm always critical of major companies. I don't have faith in them at all. All I see is this business trying to find every possible way to suck money out of people. There was an image I saw back from, I want to say, the early, like the 1940s, 1930s. And it was when Coca-Cola was still, well, I mean, I'm sure they're in Germany now, but back during that time, Coca-Cola was doing business in Germany while the Nazis were in power. And you can actually find this online. It was an image of, it's actually a side-by-side comparison. So you have the original one from the 1940s, where it was literally the Coca-Cola logo with the Nazi swastika behind it, basically portraying Nazi propaganda. And then you have one from not that long ago where they're supporting the LGBT. And it's like, do you guys really give a shit? Like, have you actually learned? Like, the point I'm trying to make is that, like, yeah, sure, you could argue that back in those days, you know, the Nazis, you know, before World War II kicked off, the Nazis really weren't demonized until the war had kicked off. You could argue that, unfortunately, there was a fascist following here in the States. Racism was still a major issue in the States at the time. Sure, yeah, you could argue that. But it's the point in the matter of, like, these companies don't care. They don't care how hateful or how woke, I guess you could say, a group or specific group of people may be. If they are, you know, what's considered, you know, the cool kids on the block, you know, the guys that are the, you know, getting all the focus, they're gonna kiss their ass for the sake of marketing and making money. That's why whenever I'm at my job, if I hear them, oh, we're so supportive of these people or this group, or I just sit there, I nod my head, and yeah, I go, yeah, okay. Now tell me, am I getting a pay raise, or are you still just gonna sit there and jerk that group off? Like, I'm like, I don't give a fuck who you support. Make sure that I'm not stressing the hell out, that I have some kind of support line, and that I'm getting paid. That's all I care about. I want to make sure that my human resource department is actually going to protect me from a shitty boss, versus hearing, oh, we're super supportive. No, I don't care how supportive you are. Does human resources actually work? That's what I'm worried about. You know, like, I don't give companies any faith. I don't care how woke they appear. Whenever a company tells me, oh yeah, we're super into these guys, I just shake my head and go, okay, yeah, that's just marketing in a nutshell. When you put your brand and some kind of political belief or ideology or something next to it, I don't see you being supportive. I see you as just marketing. It's deplorable. I feel like, honestly, businesses and politics need to stay away from each other. Just because it's like, in my opinion, it comes off as not supportive, but rather just this business trying to find a way to drain money out of people. And, like I said, it's shitty. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I have a hard time respecting businesses, unless they are legitimately doing something good. Like, for example, it's just my, again, opinion. I recall hearing that Bill Gates, when he has kids, he was not going to just let them inherit his wealth. He wasn't just going to go, okay, when I die, here's my money. No, he actually forced his kids to earn their money. He gave them, I think, that he gave them positions in his company, and they had to work their way up. I don't know. They probably let them in the, the corporate tier. I don't think he put them as managers. I believe they worked their way up. But he still made sure they earned their, their inheritance. He didn't just hand them money and say, here you go, have a nice day. That's at least a business owner that is more down to earth, in my opinion. When businesses do something like that, well, I know business like that, but when businesses are run by people with that kind of mindset of, like, being more down to earth and level-headed, I at least go, okay, they have some sensibility. But I'm still very critical of businesses, period. I don't immediately have faith in businesses, and especially when they do even stupider shit. Perfect example would be during COVID. Oh my god, how many businesses were doing crap to screw, like, what was it, Hobby Lobby? They outright were like, oh, the owner's wife had a vision of God telling her that if they stayed open during COVID, that their employees would be perfectly safe. And unfortunately, an argument like that is one of that of religion, and to say that this woman did not have a religious epiphany, that she didn't see the voice of God, or hear the voice of God, I should say, it's almost like going against religion, so it goes against someone's religious beliefs, so that would be infringing on freedom of religion. At least that's the move that I think they were trying to play. And it's dirty. It's like, so you're risking your lives and your employees for the sake of business. And they're not the only ones that did that. Honestly, guys, any of you that are either just starting off or trying to find a new job, or... I'm going to tell you, when you go for a job interview, this is my advice to you. When you're at that interview, the first thing you need to ask is, what did your business do during COVID, during the lockdown? From start to finish, what happened? And if they give you some bullshit like, well, we stayed open for the first, like half, and our employees weren't allowed to wear masks, and no, but we didn't have any hands. Nah, don't go for that job. That's already a company that says we don't give a shit about our employees. If you get shot and you're bleeding, we ain't calling a medic. That's basically what that job is saying. I remember hearing, now again, if you guys want to correct me, please go ahead. I know I'm not always right, so please do correct me if I'm wrong in this. But I was talking to someone who claims to have worked at Best Buy during COVID, and he said that the store management had the option of staying open if they felt it safe, if they had enough employees to work. If the employees felt safe, they were welcome to stay open. However, for any employee who did not choose to work, they would get half their salary. So if I worked for Best Buy, I could potentially say, you know what, I'm not going to go into work, and they would pay me half of what I would earn working. So say minimum wage is $16 an hour. I would get paid basically $8. Like, say on average I worked 40 hours a week. Instead of getting paid $16 an hour, I would get paid $8 per hour, and so 8 times 40, that's how much I make each week. And this is what the company was doing for their employees. Again, this is what I was told. I don't know how true it was because I don't work for Best Buy, so I couldn't tell you. But it's the fact that there were businesses doing this, that they were thinking about the well-being of their employees and their families. Now, sure, you could argue that, yeah, it's a marketing ploy. It's to, look good. No, oh, they care about their employees. We should shop here. Sure, you could argue that. Absolutely. But it's the fact that they chose their employees over business. They chose to take care of their people over making a profit. You know what I mean? And that right there speaks volumes. Sure, they could do it for marketing, but they still prove to the fact. Oh, we're getting trapped by a dragon. Great. That's just lovely. Oh, wait, it's coming. It's not here yet, but it's on its way. The dragons are on their way. Oh, boy. But, yeah, you could argue that it is for marketing, sure. But that will still always improve the relationship between corporate and their employees. It shows that they care. To a degree. Where is this lizard with wings? He's out there somewhere. There he is. He gonna kick my ass. But yeah, guys, that's my little rant for today. I know I went from YouTube to shitty business, but honestly, I don't know. Like I said, this is shit that I often think about while I'm at work. Just the question of whether or not companies actually care. I'm not gonna lie, this holiday scares the ever-living hell out of me. First of all, we have a new console coming out, new consoles, I should say, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. On top of that, we have COVID, and apparently COVID numbers are going right back up. I said white. Going right back up. And unfortunately, if we've seen, if half the madness that we've seen throughout COVID has proven anything, it's honestly the fact that, why are you guys miserable? What's the matter? Oh, they want a tavern. Okay, well, I'll build you a fucking tavern, you goddamn alcoholics. Like, shit. There you go. Yeah, I did you one better. 2 taverns. Build it. But the fact, like, just do the math on this one, guys. So take a small store like GameStop, for example, right? So you get this small little store, and you get, say, how many hundreds of people want this fucking console? Are these people, like, I've seen this time and time again. You tell a person, hey, hang on a second, they get super impatient, they get pissy, they don't want to wait, they want it right fucking now. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be everybody, but unfortunately that one guy stirs up shit, and that's going to be a problem. And you know what? So far, knock on wood, I've been lucky. I haven't dealt with any bullshit at my place of work. But, or rather, I haven't dealt with any kind of bullshit like that, but, I'm always afraid of that. I'm always afraid of working behind the counter, and I give a customer the one wrong answer, and he comes back with a gun. I actually had a guy, not threaten me, but threaten a coworker. He came in, he was like, I forgot what he wanted to do, but our system physically was down and we physically couldn't do it. And we told him, we're like, yeah, we're sorry, we can't. So he tells us, like, he was telling us how another store told him he couldn't do it, that they physically couldn't. And he goes, you know what I should have done? I should have went back there with my gun, and I should have held him at gunpoint and said, do it now, or I kill you. And I'm looking at the guy, I'm like, sir, that's illegal. You can't hold an employee at gunpoint because the system physically won't let them do something. He goes, nah, you gotta understand, I'm from Spanish Harlem. Man, when you kill somebody, it's $100 a head. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sitting here listening to this guy, I'm thinking, I should call the cops on you. Like, the fact that you're telling me that you're thinking about threatening an employee, I should call the cops. I didn't do it, because I think the guy, me telling the guy, like, that's a pretty stupid idea, dude. I think he woke up and was like, you know what? Let me not do that. I think he woke up. So, yeah, that's the kind of shit I put up with. Either people with a stupid mouth, or really aggressive people who think that they should get something because they shop here. And that's why I'm like, between COVID, between the console release, I'm honestly kind of afraid. Just because I don't know how people are going to react. I don't know if people are going to be decent human beings and acknowledge, yeah, let's stay 6 feet apart just in case. So far, most of my customers, like 99% of them, have been wearing masks. So most people are level-headed. So far. Let's wait till the holidays when people want to rip my head off because I don't have any more V-Buck cards. So, I'm terrified, honestly. That's what I'm saying, guys. Just please, during holidays, wherever you shop, maybe Target, maybe Walmart, Best Buy, just give the retail employees, give the guys behind the counter, just give them respect. Give them the space to work. Let them do their jobs. Just take it easy. Alright, you're gonna get help. Remember, there's an old saying, kill them with kindness. Just be as nice and polite as you can. You're gonna get the best help they can possibly give you, unless the employee is a pure shithead, in which case you're gonna get shit. But listen, if they're a really shitty employee, then they deserve to take crap. If the employee is not helping you, if they're blatantly ignoring you, yeah, go to their manager, complain. But if they're just honestly making an innocent mistake, or they're having trouble with something, be patient. Just work with the guy or girl. Let them do their jobs. Because unfortunately, there's only so much as a retail employee that you can do, that corporate allows you to do. And we have to follow policy. We have to abide by corporate, and if we don't, we get fired. So, like I said, just be easy. It's the holiday. Like, holidays are rolling around soon. You know, please think about those around you. Like I keep saying, we are in very trying times. We're in a very difficult, very odd time in our life, where, in the history of our country for that matter, we need to come together. If we start thinking about ourselves, everything's going to fall apart. We got to come together. We got to start working with one another. And honestly, we should use this as an example for the future. We're going to pull out of this eventually. All these protests, the riots, the virus, we're going to come back from this. But we need to remember this. And we need to use this as an example because, you know, this needs to be a standard. We need to come together. That's not a question of if and maybe. No, we have to. Because in the end of the day, if we're not taking care of each other, it's just gonna be a repeat of shit after shit, you know? It's never gonna get better. And nothing will ever improve, and unfortunately this will be a rinse and repeat issue time and time again. Let's build treasury so that way I can start taxing people. But anyway, guys, I know I'm sorry. I've been ranting this whole video. It's just, this has been shit on my mind. I had an issue not that long ago where a woman called up my store. Long story short, she called up. She was immediately screaming because she had ordered a figure and it never came. She did an online order and, you know, she's screaming at me over the phone. She then tells me that she had canceled her online order to do a pre-order in store. She wanted to know where it was. She's yelling at me. I finally snapped at her and I told her stop yelling at me, that I would look, but she's got to stop yelling. And lo and behold, after 10 minutes of just screaming, I find out that she's calling the wrong store, and the store that she's having the issue with actually is down the street from where I work. So she yelled at me for literally nothing. I had not even my store, nobody in my store had a hand in what her problem was. And she still yelled at me. And this is what I'm saying, guys. Just be patient with employees. They're going to do the best they can for you if you're patient. And like I said, kill them with kindness. Because in the end of the day, if anybody cares about the employees, the customers, it's going to be management. And if they see that you're a decent human being who's trying to work with them, they're going to side with you over their employee any day of the week because you're a decent person. If you're a shithead, they're going to give you the finger and tell you to get the hell out, and they're going to side with their employee because they're going to see, yeah, you're a shithead. But again, if you're a decent person, if you're at least trying to be polite, if you're trying to cooperate, they're going to see it. Unless management's shitty, in which case then you go up above their head and you call corporate. But like I said, that's not every employee, unfortunately. You're going to deal with your shitheads, especially during the holiday. All I ask is, at the very least, don't initiate the problems. Let the employee do it. If the guy you're working with, or girl, is going to be an asshole, let them prove themselves as an asshole. Don't immediately trigger shit because, honestly, at the end of the day, you're just going to be another Karen or a Darren. You know what I mean? And on top of that, like, when you work retail, it's a very thankless job. What happened? Oh, okay. It's a very thankless job. You know, the way people treat you at times, you feel like you're less than human at times, the way people treat you, because it's almost like you help, people expect you to help them simply because you work there. Not because you want to, not because it's your job, but because you have to. And technically, I have the legal right to tell you to get the fuck out of my store if I feel that you're, you know, violating my rights, or that you're, not violating my rights, but more just being an asshole. Oh, great. These aren't even finished, they're on fire. How the hell, I'm sorry. How did that get set on fire? We just got through a storm. Okay. I'm not even gonna ask. But what was I getting at? Anyway, long story short, I know, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Just treat retail employees like people. In the end of the day, whoever you're working with will appreciate it, saying they're at least a decent person. Some people are shitty, but I want to say there are more retail employees who are actually decent, down-to-earth human beings, while others are just shitty people looking to one-up everyone. But I digress. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I know I keep apologizing. I'm sorry. I keep rambling. It's just like I said, I personally I have a lot on my mind. I'm very concerned for this upcoming holiday, and honestly, I just don't know what's going to happen. In the end of the day, that's pretty much my one major concern is I don't know what the coming months are going to look like. And like I said, honestly, I'm terrified because I don't know what to expect. I don't know if I should be worried or maybe I'm over-exaggerating, but you know, it's still stuff that, you know, sits with me a little bit. But, oh, damn it. I hit escape by accident. But anyway, guys, that's what I'm leaving for today. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you like it, leave a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. Oddly enough, this, you know, I really didn't get much use out of my mods. Then again, not yet at least. But actually, before we call it quits, I want to take a look at something quick. Do we have cannons? Oh, there it is. Building cannon, friendly name. Oh, they never finished this. But, hey, cannons are a thing. That's cool. So yeah, we got the cannon mod. I just want to see... I know I also added a mod so that way archers could shoot from boats, so that's still cool. But anyway, guys, that's what I'm going to leave it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, leave a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. Leave comments. Tell me what you guys think. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, I'm always open to discussion. What do you think of this game? If you're looking into it yourself, if you're playing it yourself, how far did you get? Hit the bell icon to stay informed. Follow me on Twitch if you want to watch a live stream, and follow me on Twitter if you want to stay informed also there. I'll see you guys around our next one. Thank you. Have a good night.